Hello everybody, it's time for some ramblings from me again. I've been doing some studies and some things have happened recently that's made me ask myself if I have tried enough in my life at certain times to show people who I am or how to be saved or ask them if they're okay. Somebody I worked with for 12 years died, 43 years old. I don't know if he was saved. I don't think he was. He led his life, drugs, drinking. Never had a kind word for anybody. His life is over now. His spirit's gone. When I was a young Christian, my missions leader, I used to go on missions with the church. I was driving on the highway one day. He felt a thump on his car. He pulled over. A teenager had tried to run across the highway. He never saw him, hit him, killed him instantly. He didn't ask why God, why did this. The only thing he was worried about, the only thing he asked was, had this boy had a chance to be saved? Had somebody shown him the light? Had he been saved? Our time here can be short. Are you saved? Is your family? Have you talked to your family? Do you know people? Our time here isn't much longer. It's not rocket science, people. It's really simple. I was reading some of the things I was reading today. It's amazing. I don't remember ever reading this before. It amazed me when I read this. For when we were yet without strength, in due time Christ died for our ungodly. For the ungodly. For scarcely for a righteous man will one die. Yet perhaps for a good man some would even dare to die. But God commendeth his love toward us, that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. And we might die for somebody that loves us. We might die for an ungodly, for somebody who is a righteous person. But would we die for somebody who is a sinner? That's what Christ did. He went through what he went through because I am a sinner. All the horrible things I've done in my life. Yet while I was a sinner, he died for me and loved me. And it's fairly simple. That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and thou shalt believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. It's that simple. It doesn't take a key. It's not a puzzle. It's not a riddle. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. That's in Romans 10. Very simple, very easy. Ask and believe. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him do not be ashamed, but let him glorify God on his behalf. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God, and it first began at us. What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God? But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober-minded, and watch unto prayer, and above all things have fervent love among yourselves, for love shall cover a multitude of sins. Time is short. Copy.